The next article we have extracting metals in the middle of the activity series. So now we are extracting the metals which are in the middle of the activity series, as we have earlier discussed, by the process of calcination and roasting, because the metals which are moderately reactive, they always form the carbonate ores and the sulfide ores, and by the process of calcination and roasting we can find out the metal oxide from their ores. They are the phenomena which we are using in the process of extraction of metals which are in the middle of the reactivity series. Okay, so here it is given, metals which are on the middle are usually present as sulfides or carbonates in nature. It is easier to obtain metal from its oxides as compared to sulfides and carbonates. So it is easier to get metal from its metal oxides as compared to carbonates or sulfides. So the process, firstly we have to convert the sulfides or carbonates ore into metal oxides, okay, by the process of calcination and roasting, which we have discussed earlier. Therefore the metal sulfides and carbonates must be converted into metal oxides. The whole process is shown in block diagram, which we have read. Sulfide ores are converted into oxides by heating strongly in the presence of excess air, and when we are heating strongly in the presence of excess air, then that process is called roasting. It is an important point, it is an important definition, that is called roasting. Now carbonate ores are changed into oxides by heating strongly in limited air. This process is known as calcination. So this is another process that is known as calcination. The chemical reactions are given as, for roasting, the chemical reaction is given as, in roasting we are converting into sulfide ores. So we are having sulfide ore, that is zinc sulfide. We are heating it in the presence of oxygen. So in the limited they are converting into zinc oxide with the evolution of sulfur dioxide. Okay, now the next process we are having calcination, in which we are taking the carbonate ores. Here zinc carbonate is given. When we are giving heat to it, it converted into zinc oxide, that is metal oxide we are converting here with the evolution of carbon dioxide. So here we are getting the metal oxides. Now we have to extract the metal from metal oxides, which is an easier process. Metal oxides are reduced to corresponding metals by using suitable reducing agents. So in the earlier we are doing the heating to change the metal oxide into metals, but here we are using the reducing agents. Okay, so the reducing agent which we are using here is a carbon. See here, whenever zinc oxide, that is metal oxide, when it reacts with carbon, that is a reducing agent, then it is converted into it in zinc, that is the pure metal with the evolution of carbon monoxide. Okay, so besides using carbon coke to reduce metal oxide to metal, sometimes displacement reactions can also be used. This is another alternative method, but we can use there. Sometimes displacement reactions we can use. The highly reactive metals such as sodium, calcium, aluminium, etc. are used as reducing agents. So what are the reducing agents we can use? So you have to underline all these lines. The reducing agents, sodium, calcium, aluminium, they are used as reducing agents because they can replace metals of lower reactivity from their compounds. So that's why they are used as the reducing agents. For example, when manganese dioxide is heated with aluminium powder, the reaction is taken place here. Here we are taking metal oxide and here we are taking reducing agent, that is aluminium. So the reaction is taking place here. It is converted in metal oxide into metal, that is manganese, with the evolution of aluminium oxide plus heat. So this is a displacement reaction. These displacement reactions are exothermic. These are the exothermic reactions. Here a tremendous amount of heat is evolved here. The reaction of iron oxide, that is Fe2O3, with aluminium is used to join. This is an important question. This is a very, very important question. What we used to join the railway tracks, or we have to improve the cracked machine parts. So the reaction of iron oxide, that is Fe2O3, with aluminium is used to join railway tracks or cracked machine parts. This main reaction is known as thermite reaction. This is the thermite reaction. I will underline all these important terms with the blue pen, so it's easy to you to remember these terms. So the reaction is given here. This is a thermite reaction. Fe2O3 plus 2Al, that is aluminium, it is converted ferric oxide into iron only, that is iron Fe, and with the evolution of aluminium oxide plus heat. So it's a exothermic reaction. Okay, clear to you?